What up, squad? MizzyWorld. So, after hearing all these athletes and analysts speak out about the Warriors and Kevin Durant, I gotta touch on the subject. Did Kevin Durant ruin the NBA? My fault, squad. But I got just caught up getting the Father's Day cookout together, being a father, working, getting my first semester of fucking college out the way. I ain't really had the time to go in on the subjects the way I wanted to, but I got time today, and I'm finna go the fuck in because it's just bullshit that y'all really blaming KD for destroying the NBA, and the fact that y'all really think that what LeBron James was that much different than what KD did. And I'm gonna tell y'all why what LeBron James did by going to Miami was worse than what KD did. Now let's get into that motherfucking move. First off, let's get into the 09 season and where Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James ranked on the scoring list. LeBron James was second at 29.7 points per game. Dwayne Wade was fifth on the list at 26.6 points per game, and Chris Bosh was ninth at 24 points per game while averaging 11 rebounds. Let's get into where KD, Clay, and Steph were before they all came together, even though Clay and Steph were already together. That year, before Steph and all of them came together, Steph led the league in points at 30.1 points per game. KD was number 3 at 28.2 points per game. And Clay wasn't even in the top 10. He was 12 at 22.1. And that's why he was the second option with just Clay and Steph there. Now, I brought up the points per game average to paint the picture of them destroying two teams to create this super team. The Oklahoma City Thunder didn't even get destroyed when KD left. They went from a 3rd seed to a 6th seed. They still made the playoffs. The Cleveland Cavaliers went from the best record in the league to the worst record in the league. The fucking Toronto Raptors went from barely missing the playoffs that year to the second worst team in the East. He destroyed two teams. OKC, the move that KD made, he didn't destroy that team. For real, Oklahoma City fucking front office destroyed them before KD even had a chance to break them up. Let's be real. Now, the last thing I want to say on why LeBron James' move was worse than KD's move is because he did try to go out and get Amari Stoudemire. He'd rather play with Melo. He did try to get Bosh to come to Cleveland first. He went to Miami first to play with Dwayne Wade. He sat there, waited for everybody made the decision, then picked the most stacked team. He could have went anywhere else. Now, I know him and Dwayne Wade are like this, but we know what we saw. We saw Dwayne Wade getting back on his Dwayne Wade mode those past 2 years. Now he had a running mate in Chris Bosh. We already seen what he did with a half-ass running mate in Shaquille O'Neal. And Brian King James didn't want no fucking parts of him nor them Celtics. That's what it was. Fuck you mean? That shit was way worse, man. It's not even a discussion. So now I want to speak on the KD decision and why to me it's not nearly as bad as the LeBron James decision. The first one is the argument that all the KD decision dislikers throw out is that they had the Warriors down 3-1. That's exactly the point. They had the defending champs on the rope and couldn't do shit with it. Then you look at Westbrook this year with a stacked team, 2 All-Stars. They couldn't get past the fucking Utah Jazz with Ricky Rubio and Donovan Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio didn't even play the last part of the series. But that's where KD was supposed to go back and go play. Get the fuck out of here. Let's look at the life aspect of it. Where would you rather play, Oklahoma or the Bay Area, California? Who would you rather play with, Steph or Westbrook? Who would you rather play for, Billy Donovan or Steve Kerr? Take Westbrook dick out your mouth and admit the man made the right decision. God damn. It ain't hard. It's time for me to get into that whole notion of CJ McCullough and fucking Myles Garrett dumbass talking about that KD ruined the NBA by making his decision. He didn't ruin the NBA by making his decision for one simple reason. Because talent does not equate to winning a championship. Look at the Lakers when they lost to the motherfucking Pistons in 5 games. They had Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, Derek Fisher, Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Payton. Who else? I think they still had Robert Horry. Nobody on that Pistons team could add up to a Shaq, Karl Malone, or Kobe. And they lost in 5. Be the better team. The second reason that KD's decision didn't ruin the NBA is simply because the NBA is built off fucking dynasties, man. Cut that shit the fuck out. The Celtics and Lakers got more than half of the championships of the entire NBA. The entire resume of the NBA's championships belong to like 10, 11 teams. You do realize it's 28 teams in the motherfucking league. So you're telling me more than half of the teams in the NBA have never won a championship. The NBA is the most predictable sport of the major sports. Stop acting like this shit is something the fuck new. Y'all just mad as shit that it's the Warriors. Let's not be fucking frauds about it. Y'all just mad that it's the Warriors. Now, the last reason KD's decision didn't ruin the NBA is because LeBron James' decision ruined it first. Period. I'm sorry. When you go out there and you lead your team to, what was he, like 3-4 straight #1 seeds in the East, and then say that's not enough. I need 2 more top 10 scorers on my team. I need a deeper bench. Hold up, he ain't done yet. And he needs to feel like the alpha male. Because don't get it fucked up. The only reason they lost that first finals against the Mavericks is because Brown was out there acting like a fucking beta instead of a fucking alpha. 18-7, while your running mate, Dwayne Wade was averaging 26 and like 6. Sit your ass down. But in my eyes, that's not even the only way that LeBron James kind of ruined the NBA. I think LeBron James ruined the NBA in a way of creating this narrative that as long as this great player gets his numbers, if the team doesn't succeed, it's the team's fault. But that's not the case at all. When you're supposed to be this utmost great player and LeBron's supposed to be a mix of Magic and Mike, you're supposed to make other players better. You're supposed to figure out a way to get them involved. They're not incompetent. All of these players were great at some point or another. Jay Crowder goes to Utah, has a great impact. You feel what I'm saying? Derrick Rose goes to goes to Minnesota, has a great impact. You get Rodney Hood from Utah. He was great in Utah. He comes to Cleveland and his career is shot. But oh no, Brian ain't got nothing to do with that. No, that's the teammates. Brian great. He's just a guy, my nigga. No, and it ain't nothing Brian can do wrong. Now, why do I think that this narrative is gaining so much traction with even analysts and certain athletes? I feel that way because, and first off, I want to say this to an athlete saying that KD ruined the NBA. Shut the fuck up, because at the end of the day, you're probably the fault. If you're stepping onto the court with a mentality that you already lost or there's no way of winning, well, of fucking course you gonna fucking lose, bitch. Get the fuck off the court. KD not the problem. You the fucking problem. Fuck is you talking about? This a motherfucker Lonnie Young right now that'll give KD all this hell for a fucking $1 million check. You tripping. Y'all niggas be out there, they be getting them checks, that's why. But on to the other point. But why do I think it's gaining so much traction? Because it's killing the narrative that was set in place since LeBron James was a junior in high school, and that's him being the king of this era. He's not. He's a fucking loser when it comes to the finals. I want to say this because I know y'all LeBron James lovers and dick eaters gonna come for my neck something crazy. But I didn't say the man was a loser, period. He's not a loser when it comes to being a man, when it comes to being a basketball player, when it comes to being a great basketball player. But when it comes to that specific finals realm, he is a fucking loser. Lahu Zahar. Let's just look at the facts, y'all LeBron James lovers. The man been in 9 finals. Besides this year and his first year, every team was stacked. He's only won 3 of them. 2 of those wins came at the hands of incredible circumstances in which he could have easily lost both of them, but he didn't. But still, 3 and 6 in the finals. He might not want to get there and lose again, but not even that. Let's look at the fact of when he faces great competition at his position in the finals. He faced KD 3 times, once on OKC, twice on the Warriors, and he faced Kawhi Leonard twice. A young Kawhi Leonard, let's add that in. And he's 2-5. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that means something. Stop giving me the excuse of his teammates all the time. If he's this great, godly player, why can't he figure it out? Why? That last aspect to look at is the fact that a LeBron James-led team always diminishes that third options role. You had 2 dominant post players from Chris Bosh and Kevin Love, and you diminished them into spot-up shooters to benefit your game because you need the lane wide open. So when y'all all say that he need this or he need that, he doesn't, because he can't make it work with this or that, because everything has to revolve around Brian. You have to diminish your role to fit around me so I can still look like Brian. That's a fact. And I don't know how him and Westbrook are any different in that way. Now, do I think KD has surpassed Brian as the best player in the world? Yes, I do. He can do everything Brian can do at a way more efficient rate. At the end of the day, he doesn't pass as well as Brian, but Brian doesn't score as well as KD. Defensive prowess-wise, KD's is way more pronounced than LeBron's right now, and KD can fit seamlessly into any system because he doesn't need the ball in his hands. Brian does. So in conclusion, is the LeBron James and Kevin Durant move similar or the same? I say fuck no, man, because LeBron James' move was worse. They were the #1 seed 3 years in a row. They were the best team in the East year after year. Then he just needed 2 more top 10 scores on that team, and he eliminated 2 motherfucking contenders by making that move. Kevin Durant didn't eliminate 1. But did Kevin Durant ruin the NBA by going to Golden State? No, not to me. He just put the NBA on blast to play a better brand of ball rather than your turn, my turn, or build around one player. Did Kevin Durant surpass LeBron James as the best player in the world? Yes. That simple. But let me know what y'all think on all the subjects and all the debates. Come with some facts, because if you come with just straight hate, I'm going to body this shit out you. And I'm tagging some motherfuckers in this because niggas be acting like they don't want to get in my sports debates, and I know y'all be seeing it. But let me know what y'all think. Gang!